Alright guys, I'm working on this transition from the main panel into the house and the attic. And if you remember, I had 2-inch conduits going up and in there. And the code says you can have a 24-inch nipple and run and not have to derate your wires or anything like that. So the 2-inch pieces, if you remember, that I had were 18 inches. At least the two side ones were. But you have to, the mistake we made is we didn't include the LB in it, and with the LB it made it 27 inches. And then that center one was just too long, period. So talked to a couple guys that are subscribers and got some ideas, and we talked to my electrician about it. He contacted the local inspector and talked to him about what he would accept, and so we have a plan. It's not too difficult of a fix. What we're going to do is use this wire trough, and that will get us below the 2-inch nipple, and then the wire can go right through those same holes, and then I can put a 2-inch on top going up through there, and that solves our problem. He also is approving to run the Romex right through into that trough and landing it in the panel. So that's going to be really nice. It'll be nice and easy. You know, it is what it is, and sometimes you have to make a little adjustment, which is not a big deal. That's what we're doing. And the smart thing to do is check with your local inspectors, and what they accept might be different than what another inspector accepts. And I know that doesn't make any sense, but that's just the way it is. A lot of this code is open-ended, and it's, you know, can be interpreted differently by different people. So I think we're going to be good once we do this. We talked to our inspector, and he's good with what we're going to do. So I'm going to get after it and get this ready, so when my electrician comes this weekend, we can run all the rest of these wires. So I'm going to get to it. Alright, got this trough all ready. So I got my 3 knockouts down here. I got 3 2-inch knockouts in the back, and then I got 1 going up through that hole there. So all my nipples will be less than 2 feet. These will be 22 inches, including this fitting. And this one will only be like probably 12 inches. And then the wires will just go through there. And then if I need to, I have all the rest of this. I can add stuff too if I need it. So not bad. I broke a sweat on this. I'm gonna have to go get some 2-inch conduit because these pieces aren't long enough. I only have 1 long enough. But the knockout punch set I use is by Slugbuster. Worked really good. Alright guys, I gotta cut a couple holes. And I got these new Diablo drill bits, or hole saws, and they're the new quick connect. So literally you can change them out that fast. It's pretty awesome. Snaps in just like that. So I'm gonna cut a couple holes now. Alright, I'm not 100% sure what happened to my audio on this, but I'm explaining right here that those are under 24 inches long, so they're considered a nipple, and I do not have to derate my wire. And then that one going up through the ceiling is only about 14 inches long. Those three that I'm pointing to now come from the house. I'll be able to run my Romex through those, down the nipples into the main panel. And the inspector is going to let us run the Romex right into the panel and land it there. The only thing I have left to finish is I have to get 2-inch plastic bushings to go on the end of each of those connectors, and then this panel, or this trough, will be finished and ready to run the wire through. So hopefully we'll be doing that tomorrow. I'm going to show you how to do a couple things. One of them is installing electrical outlets outside. And you have to have a waterproof, watertight box. The ones I like to use are these Sigma. I actually don't, all mine are going to be 20 amp, so I just reuse this. It comes with everything. It comes with the box, the cover, the outlet, and then I'll just reuse these in different projects. And I'll show you why I like these. Let's see the cover. Here's the cover they come with. They got a gasket on them that you can trim out to your needs. But anyway, the reason I like these is because you have different options. You can put conduit in the top, the back, or the bottom, in which it comes with plugs, so you can just put some silicone on these plugs and seal these up. I use the back one. So these are little knockouts here, so you just take your hammer and knock those out, and those will be for your screws. And what I do is I use the sheet metal screws with the rubber washers and screw them in from the inside, so that's sealed. But then I just take this little adapter, put silicone on it, screw it in there, put a little piece of 1/2-inch conduit on there to get it through the insulation, and then that's what it looks like. And then you can just run your Romex a few inches into your box. That's not a problem. And it's just a nice, easy, clean way to install these boxes. And the thing I like about it is they don't stick way out from the wall. So we'll go ahead and install one of these. So since I know I'm using this back, I'll just take some silicone. No. And then I can just glue a little piece of 1/2-inch conduit in there once I'm ready. So we'll go outside and drill our hole and go from there. So I know that there is a 2x6 coming from here straight across, and I want it to be screwed to that. So I'm going to go ahead and mark the height top of my box. Go ahead and put my box up there where I want it. So right there is my hole. I need to go to 1 1/8 inches to get this through. So So I'll use a step bit to get through the metal. And then I use an 1 1/8" spade bit to get the rest away. Now when I mount that box, it's going to be good and solid on a girt. If you look right here, there's these little dimples that stick up. You can put this flat down and take a hammer and punch those out, and then you can run screws through there. So that's what then you can see you got a place for your screws. So what I use is the sheet metal screws, so I'm going to go grab a couple. Alright, so we got our box here. And that will fit in that hole right there. Now, to seal this back, I've got these sheet metal screws with washers, so those will get screwed in from the inside of the box, sealing that. And then what I do is I take that stuff, I don't know if you remember back when I put the windows in, this is the stuff that goes over. I fold that over, and it'll go on there like that. And then that seals the back, so no bugs, water, or anything can get behind this box or get in this hole. So we're going to go ahead and peel this tape off, get that on there, and get this box mounted. Then we're pretty much done. Now that you can see that's on there, that is super solid. It goes right into a 2x6. It's all sealed around the back, and these top and bottom caps are sealed. Now all I have to do is cut a piece of 1/2" PVC conduit to stick in the back just to get it. And you really, technically, you wouldn't even have to do that. I just like to do it, and then I can fill around that PVC with spray foam. And if I ever needed to get this box off or wire off, I can just take these off, and then I can let that wire just feed right back through. So you can see right there is the hole coming in. There it is. So that's all done. See, that goes out to the outside, and then I'll fill this right here with foam once I'm... Smart thing to do is when you're carrying your PVC primer and glue around is to carry it in some kind of pan. I just use this garbage can lid because I don't have the garbage can anymore. And then I glue and prime over this, that way if I spill it on the floor, I won't spill it on the floor, because that stuff will, especially the primer, will stain your floor instantly. So just a good tip is to carry it around. You can get an small oil pan or something. I just use this garbage can lid. It's what I have. So here we have to have an outlet outside of each door. That's about 5 feet. I think it's 6 feet, but he'll be fine with that. The reason I put it there versus along there is, one, I have a 2x6 coming across here because of the bottom of the window, and I like to mount it through there. But it's also under my overhang, so it's not going to get direct water on it unless the water's coming out of this way. But I got one there by that door. Got one here by this door. And then we got one back here. So we are covered there. I just have one. I just got to put one in by the back door. That'll service that door, and it'll cover the HVAC units. All right, thanks for watching. Hopefully some of those tips and the update was useful to somebody. We will get back after it beginning of next week, hopefully get another video out. I know it's been a little bit slow the last couple of weeks, but stick with me. We got a lot coming down the pipe. Emily and I have been working hard the last week and a half with some things we got coming. So please stay tuned, and we'll catch you on the next video.